So hip width stance, nice and comfortable. Plant the feet. Make sure the hips are nice and loose. Take some deep breaths as we check our posture. The tailbone is pulling down to the heels. We're lifting from the heart. Nice and tall. Letting go of any stuck or stagnant energy. Bring the hands open in front of the dantian. And just beginning to establish the breath, the Qigong breath. Jaw softly closed, tongue resting behind the top teeth. Breath coming in through the nose and drawing down and expanding into the lower abdomen or the dantian. Just filling up, expanding, using the visualization to see the whole body starting to fill up, warm up, and become energized with good, fresh energy and breath. And then with the exhalation, also out through the nose, lower abdomen, slightly contracting, pushing out any stuck energy. And then again, inhaling, expanding and filling up. Exhaling, contracting, sending out. Settle into a nice rhythm of breathing like that. And then just begin staying in this posture, nice and tall, feeling open here. So we swing the arms from the shoulders. Just starting to move that energy around. And the good thing about this warm-up is that we're not really having to pay attention to how the arms are moving. We're just letting them swing so we can focus on deepening the breath, expanding and contracting in the lower abdomen. And then bring the hands and arms up and go into twist. Visualizing the spine. Opening softly, gently, filling up with good chi. Lifting the back heel. And as we get comfortable and establish a nice rhythm here, take on a little bit more intensity in the legs, right? So starting up here and just kind of gently going side to side, and then eventually deepening the bend in the legs and pushing a little more off the back foot. So this helps increase the stretch through the spine, through the hips and shoulders. It's also starting to build up some chi activity in the legs, moving upward, right? Almost like a shot putter, pushing off and leading with the hips and the core. And bring the hands down. And just a nice gentle flow here. Give that energy a chance to settle as we relax a little bit more here into a gentle flow. And then plant the feet, going in flop. Coordinating the shoulders, hips, and knees. See if you can kind of change that movement. So we're moving with the hips and we're kind of casting the arm out, right? And then as the hips move back, we're just letting them come to center, right? So it looks like this. So you're sort of moving the hip like this. It's a quick, sort of powerful movement that casts out instead of this way, it's this way. Still relaxed, just moving from the center, some shorter, quicker movements from the hips. Letting the hands fall onto the dantian and the door of life in the lower back. Good. And back to center. Shake it out. Now, getting into our horse stance here, wide leg stance. And we'll begin just with the hands open flaring the feet out a little bit if that makes it easier for the knees. Similar to bubbling springs, we want to feel like we're pulling in from the thighs and kind of pushing out with the knees. Right, so we have this stationary spiraling energy coming out from the feet. The knees are wanting to flare out, but the thighs are wanting to move in. So we have this stationary, energetic engagement here. Tailbone pulling down, lifting from the heart, hands open, and just breathe in and notice that chi building up in the legs from the earth. And the breath is so important here. It begins to get intense, but just recognize that that's the chi, that's the feeling of the movement of chi and the development of chi that we want. Stand up at any time if you want, if it gets too much, but then settle back down and challenge yourself. And rather than go through the arm positions here, we're going to go into the archer, similar to Immortal pushes the stone, doing this. We're going to do it across the body. So holding this position, inhale, and draw back. Fill up, exhale, relax, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, doing good, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more on each side, doing great. Last one. Center, inhale up, stand up, walk your feet in, exhale. Feel that chi in the legs. Good job. Inhale again. Exhale. Good. Really aware of that feeling of chi in the legs moving upward. Standing nice and tall, heart and chest open, breathing. Around corners of the eyes and temples, along the jaw, forehead, top of the head. Down to the center of the chest, along the collarbones. Remember to use your visualization for each area. Imagine good, fresh, healing chi coming in. Over to the right. Head down the rib cage. And up the arm. 3 times. Imagine your lymphatic system filling up with good, fresh, positive energy. Up the abdomen, up the midline of the abdomen, and down the outside. Massaging good energy into the digestive system, into the stomach, intestines. Outside of the left elbow. Breathe in. Inside. And crossing the wrists, stimulating inner and outer gates. Visualize the entire body's immune system filling up. Good, positive, healing energy here. Switch. This again is for the 400th or 500th time. One of the exercises I tell people to keep in their back pocket. Really important to keep the immune system energized and active and strong. So if you don't get to do any qigong the entire day, but just have time or think about doing it for 2 or 3 minutes, do that one. You know, focus on the breath, get that going. You can rub, tap, whatever it is, but use that every day if you can. If you think about it, really important. Good. Now just standing, breathing and noticing. And beginning with Tiger Claw. Just settling into a nice flow, inhaling up the midline, exhaling, sending out, inhaling, and exhaling. One more on each side. Back to center. That was nice. A nice movement to help open up the heart meridian. Obviously, getting the shoulders loose and open. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Going into blossoming breath. This is going to work on getting fresh energy kind of cycled through the lungs. So visualize that as we do this movement. Start with the head down as we exhale. Kind of compressing the chi through the chest. And then inhale and just expand and open up. And then exhale. Coming back to center. I like to visualize a flower in a closed bud position here, and then as we inhale and expand, blossoming open. Expanding the energy through the lungs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And then between heaven and earth. Inhale, expand and fill up. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, dive the hands down, flow out to the sides, and turn. Inhale to the front, hands together. Exhale down, dive, flow, turn. Inhale, center, together. Exhale. Inhale, center, together. Exhale. Inhale, center, together. Exhale. Inhale, center, together. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale, center, together. Exhale. Sorry you can't see my hands, but at the top, they stay shoulder width apart to here, and then we bring them together. Exhale, down, dive, flow. Inhale. Turn to center, hands together. Exhale. One more time. Just bringing good energy through the spine here. Opening through the shoulders. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Now going into Buddha flow. Inhale, drawing up to the Dantian. Filling up, visualizing this area, expanding. Palms down, exhale, push down. Inhale, second. Bring up to the heart, fill up. Exhale. Third, inhale all the way up, turning the hands at the face, palms reach the sky. And exhale. Inhale, drawing up to the Dantian. Exhale. Inhale up to the heart. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. And just settle into a nice rhythm here. Visualize each energy center filling up, expanding, face is relaxed, smile in the mind, feeding the body good healing energy and feeling it flow throughout the whole body. One more time. And the hands rest on the front of the hips. Going into wave, exhaling as we lead with the chin. Tuck the chin, roll up from the tailbone as we inhale. Just a nice, deep, gentle wave through the spine. Going as slowly as you like. Just really honoring the spine. And then allowing the head to come up last, so we get a nice, gentle but deep stretch through the neck. And also, as you're coming up, really pay attention to pulling the tailbone down so we get that extra bit of stretch and elongation in the spine, especially in the lower back. That feels really good. Right about here, really focus on drawing that tailbone down. And coming up slowly. One more time. Good.
I really like that visual of drawing the tailbone down. That helps.
Yes. Yeah, you can really feel a difference, especially in this position here. If you start with the tailbone here, pulling down, you can really feel a good stretch starting here. And then you just continue that wave along the spine. The head's coming up fast, so you're getting a good lengthening and stretching all the way through. And it should feel really gentle, moving with the breath, not pushing anything, but just letting sort of that naturally stretch and open. Really nice. So back to center. Take a few breaths and just notice. From here, going into Windmill, I'm going to step forward with the left foot here. And we just begin by leaning our weight onto the forward foot, bringing the same arm, the left arm, up, and we lean back. We lift the left toe. So as the left arm comes up, the left toe comes up with, and we're sort of tilted here, leaning back. At the same time, that arm's coming down, this right arm is coming forward and up, and we switch our weight to the front. So it's a very coordinated movement. Notice how I'm moving the hips, allowing the shoulders to open and flow freely. I think my t-shirt got shrunk in last cycle's wash. Either that or I'm having too many sandwiches. Just a nice gentle flow here. And we're kind of pivoting. Remember, as this front arm comes up, the toes come up, and we're using the heel. I'm sorry you can't see it, but using the heel to kind of allow the hips to move freely. This is a pivot point. Arm comes up, and then we shift forward and turn. Up, shifting forward, moving back. Just feeling nice and open in the hips. And stepping forward with the right foot. Left foot back, right arm comes up. We lean back, the toes come up with, and we rotate, and then shift forward. Back, and forward. One more time, then back to center. Good. Then we've got a slightly narrower stance here, so just inside the hips. Begin as we start with crane. Inhale with a nice flex in the knees. Inhale and expand the arms upward. Elbows heavy. Feel like you're catching an upward band of wind. And it's lifting the whole body, lengthening the spine. And exhale, we kind of float back down. Inhale. Nice and slow and graceful. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, catching that upward flow of wind. Exhale, floating down. Now, if we rise up, bring the left knee up, pretty much at the same time. Exhale, floating down, gently placing the left foot, shifting the weight, now raising the right foot up. Focus, establish that connection to the earth every time we drop the foot. Inhale, expand, rise up, exhale. Again. Just a peaceful movement. And as you get accustomed to the movement, as you bring the knee up, try to point the toes down. And then relax. Inhale. Two more. Back to center. And again, just stand. Breathe and notice. Make sure that the tailbone is in the proper position. Standing nice and tall, relax and notice. Then back into normal stance as we go into dancing crane. So we're just going to swing the leg from the hip. Toes leading the movement out across the body, and then back in, and then finally up this. So feeling a nice full range of motion through the hip, and then finally bringing up, planting down, other side, out, in and up, and plant. Breathe. Just settle into a nice rhythm. And visualize the entire area of the lower back, all in through the hip joint. Good, fresh, positive healing energy flowing into those areas. Also visualizing any stuck or stagnant or painful energy flowing out, making room for new, fresh energy. One more on each side. Good. Back to center, shake it out. Again, hands open, standing tall, breathing and noticing. Next, a variation of turning the wheel. So we'll begin with the right hand. Inhale up the midline. And then as we exhale, we turn slightly in the hips. And exhale off to the side. Turning the wheel. Then this hand comes back, we inhale up with the left. Turning slightly, exhale. So I'm coming out, I'm exhaling about 45 degrees off of my center each side. So I'm not going to the side, just 45. So inhale up, exhale down, inhale, exhale. Settle into a nice rhythm, turning the wheel, allowing energy to flow freely throughout the whole body. You can either close your eyes here and settle into a rhythm, or if you have your eyes open, allow your eyes to follow the movement of the hand. One more on each side. Back to center, and then turning the wheel just right here in front of us. Inhaling up the midline, exhaling forward and down. Going as slowly as you like, just matching the movement with the breath. Inhaling up and out, exhaling down moving meditation, helping to quiet the mind, settle our energy. And then let's finish with bone breathing. Just bring the arms out, fingers pointing outward. Begin by inhaling, drawing breath and energy in through the fingertips and filling the skeletal system, expanding the bones. Starting off slowly, exhale, soften and relax. Inhale, expand. Each time we breathe in, it's a little more intense and a little deeper. Exhale. Inhale. A little deeper. Hold it. Exhale, soften, relax. Inhale. Expand, fill up, and hold. Exhale, soften, relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Really fill up this time. Expand and hold. Exhale, soften and relax. One more time. Big one in. Hold it. Let all that energy sink deeply into the bones. Hold it. Inhale. Exhale, drop the heels. Good. Bring the feet together. Fold the hands over the dantian. Standing in bamboo in the wind. Feeling strong and deeply rooted, flexible and resilient, and full of good, fresh, positive, healing energy. Swaying gently in the breeze. Each time we breathe in, drawing in gratitude, generosity of spirit, breathing in health and vitality, kindness, openness, breathing in creativity and balance, abundance, visualizing what we want in our lives, and letting go of anything that we don't. Let's take this feeling with us into the day. Thank you all for coming. Always good to see your virtual faces. Hope you have a great rest of your day.